Good morning. Yeah, if I can just have your attention for a moment. Really happy. I was fortunate that I had I do Canadota Lake on Fridays, and Ron was with us on last week, and we really enjoyed kind of how to keep young at heart, and that's really what Ron's going to be talking about with you today. And he is from Lakeland Hospice, so I think you'll really enjoy his little giveaway along with his speak to you today. So with that, Ron, I'll go ahead and turn it over to you.
Okay. This is on.
Trying.
I'm trying. Test.
It is.
Hello, everybody.
Hello.
Thank you for having me. My name's Ron, once again from Lakeland Area Hospice. I'm really excited to be here to talk to everybody for a few minutes. One of the things that we do, like for hospice, is to try to get out in the community and just talk about, other things besides, hospice. Okay, but if anybody has any questions, they can always come and see me afterwards and we can talk about it. But today we're having a presentation. It's called Young at Heart. And one of the things that I always like to start with is that a lot of times the people that I'm talking to right here are doing everything that's on our list here. Okay, but the problem is you might have some friends, you might have, some roommates, some people that, that you live with that, might not have the same type of drive for you to come out to these beautiful, senior centers and do activities. Maybe they're depressed a little bit, so one of the things that I always talk with everybody is to try to get people to get out as best as they can, okay? Just because we're getting a little bit older doesn't mean that we have to stop feeling young at heart and stop doing the things that we want to do. But first things first is, does anybody have any examples that they have for feeling young at heart when we get going?
I ride bicycle and walking.
Bicycle and walking. Exercising. That's awesome. Anybody else without looking at their papers? No?
How about that?
Grandchildren? Having children around. That's always makes you feel young at heart. Absolutely. Come on, guys that are playing golf. Playing cards. Couldn't bring that up? Yes, come on. Having fun playing cards.
Getting down here and not sitting in my apartment and being with all of these people really bores me out.
Absolutely. Having friends. Companionship. Absolutely. What about laughing? I know that's the first thing that's on our list.
Amen.
Amen, right? Yeah, laughing's one of the biggest things for us to stay young at heart.
That's true. Yeah.
Absolutely. A lot of times, you might go around town and you might see people that are, not feeling up to par or, being grumpy. Just by smiling at them or just saying hello to them sometimes changes their mind. We might be at the grocery store and, they're just having a bad day. But just a smile, just laughing, just maybe telling a joke, or, could change somebody's day.
Well, yeah, but sometimes it just don't help.
Yeah, that's true. But we're trying, right? We try. That's the main thing, is us trying. What about, a friend? Maybe a friend's not, you might have one of your friends that's not doing really well, that's, kind of depressed or maybe has something on their mind. What about just listening? Being a good listener to your friends.
Oh, that's true, yeah.
Being a good listener can help somebody get out of their, feeling down, feeling, not young at heart. And that's very important. That's important for us to be friends and be good friends and, talk to people. Also trying to get out, trying to get them out of their apartment, out of their home, to come out and do things. Okay, there's a lot of people, I go to senior centers all the time, I go to senior living, apartments, and there's only a handful of us that are out. And it's really sad because there's so many people that are up in their apartments
That's true.
that just don't want to come down. And there has to be a reason, And just like you said, friends. Making friends is very, very important with us getting older.
Well, I try to make friends, but sometimes it even, I don't know.
Right. You have your good friends and then you have your social friends.
Otherwise.
Yes. We all have our...
If you're alone, it's hard to break into a group of people that you don't know unless you have somebody with you.
Absolutely. You know, and that's one of the things that I feel that possibly some of the people that are staying away from here, that are just staying in their, you know, in their homes, in their apartments, they just don't know how to socialize. They don't know how to be, you know, meet new friends. You know, and that's important.
And we get them to say, "Ula, try it once, try it."
Ula.
That's all I can do.
You can only do ula?
I go from that until then. But other than that, it works right now.
Yeah. But this is great for all of us to be here today. And, you know, just because you have something in common, you do have friends, you're making new friends, you know, and that's always important. Especially, you know, for myself, all the way up to, you know, till the day I go. I want to have friends.
Yeah.
I want to have fun. What about yes?
I'll give you an idea. A friend of mine who's going to sit here.
You're being kicked out.
Actually, she's dancing next door.
Oh, I
She
got
and I do breakfast Bible together. One of us can't do it. The other one fills in where the first one misses. And we do get them done. And we
Yep.
laugh all the way through it.
That's great.
So that is, that's true, isn't it?
That's
People
awesome.
want to know what are they missing?
Yeah,
What happened here?
that's right.
That's it.
I make myself go somewhere every day. If I haven't came in here and went somewhere else, I'll go somewhere eat just to be with people. People are the secret.
That is the secret. People are the secret. That's it. What about learning? Who has a cell phone here?
All women do.
What about, yeah, what about computers? Are we afraid of technology? We are afraid of technology. I'm afraid of technology. You should see my kids, what they have now. They have a lot of technology that I don't know even how they're doing. But I do have an example, and I know some of you have already heard my examples because they've been at some of my presentations before. But, you know, one of the things is like, I have 3 kids. And my mom would always call the house and, you know, try to talk on the phone with the kids. And she would be asking all the questions, and my kids would be saying yes, no, you know, never expanding anything that my mom was trying to, you know, talk about. So the one day she decided to have a little fun with my daughter to learn how to text. No, she knows how to text, but she wanted to make a connection, you know, with my grandkid or with her grandkids, and so she learned how to text, and now she has really good conversations with my kids. And it's sad. I don't want to say it's a, you know, it's the best thing, but our kids nowadays have all this technology that, you know, they're not communicating well over phones and stuff like that. They're going through all their technology that they have, and it's mostly texting and all this other stuff.
Yeah.
But for us to be young at heart and to be connected, you know, with your grandkids or your, you know, the kids that are out in the community, it's not, you know, technology will help you to become, you know, down to their, let's just say down to their level and do better with, you know, communication. So now the problem is that she calls me now and texts my daughter and says, hey, can you have Dad call me?
What bothers me is that they stay in their apartments and don't get out, and I don't think that's good for them. When their computer becomes the most important thing in their life, that's kind of sick.
It is. They play their video games all the time. And, yeah. I'm a little worried about, you know, our younger kids, once, you know, when they get out in the workforce, because yeah, they you know, are missing out on a lot of the communication skills that we've all grown up with. You know, that's scary. But what about computers? Who has Facebook? Nobody? No?
Oh, Facebook.
You do?
Yeah.
No? Yeah, what?
I don't know, first thing about it.
Yeah. Oh, you know, those are little, you know, that's some technology that people, what about, you know, does anybody talk on the computer with their friends or family? It's called Skyping. Anybody do that? No? Does anybody have family out of town? A lot of you, huh? You know, one of the things, my son is, he's a junior at Slippery Rock now.
Okay.
It's crazy
That's
how time has flown. But you know, one of the things I do is, you know, I'll call him on the phone, we talk over the computer, and with that technology, I'm able to see him, he's able to see me. Okay? And it's nice, you know. So, you know, that's one of the, you know, things is don't be afraid of technology. I know those are just some examples, but for you to stay young at heart, it's good to be able to keep learning, you know, and keep, you know, trying to find different ways of communicating with, you know, with people that are out of town, you know, or just, you know, keeping up with, you know, with technology. Okay? It's not a bad thing. I know everybody's scared here. I'm not going to do that. So the next thing, and we just talked about it, exercising. Who all exercises here? I know there's probably a class here for exercising.
Do the things, yeah.
Walking.
That thing, like steps, like one steps. Yeah.
Yep. Exercising, biking, right?
Okay.
That's very important. We have patients on our service that we still have them go out and do a little bit of walking, some exercising to keep their body in motion. You know, and that's great to hear that everybody is still doing their little part of exercising. Just getting up and going out for a little walk. That's still exercising. Okay? Yeah.
How about dancing?
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah, she loves it.
I danced with the USO during the war and after the war.
That's awesome.
I'm 83 years old, and if I have on Thursday nights, if I can't dance, I sit there and listen to the music. I love the music. And
Yep.
if I can dance, I still dance.
That's awesome. Yeah, that's a lot of exercise right there. I sweat when I dance. I don't know why. No, but that's awesome. You know, and one of the other things that, you know, I do presentations also on exercising for seniors in the wintertime. You know, because a lot of times there's some, you know, we can't get out. Sometimes there's bad storms, you can't get moving. But there's exercises that we can do just in our homes, you know, just with a chair, you know, with canned goods, you know, just doing a little bit of exercising, just keeping everything going. You know, it's very important, you know, and I'm so glad to see everybody, you know, doing that. So on your body exercising, who's doing exercising with their mind and their brain? Anybody?
Running out of that, yeah.
My mind's always working.
Yeah. So what kind of examples do we exercise for our mind? I know one of you guys already said crossword puzzles and, you know, reading.
I watercolor paint.
Yeah.
And my mind is always thinking about the painting that I'm doing at the time.
Yep.
I'm with the group, yeah.
Yeah. Anybody else? Those are pretty much.
I hear we have re-bowling on TV.
Yeah.
And then that's the conscious rate, which I are going to use to maybe strike.
Yep. Wii bowling's pretty accurate.
It is, right.
That is pretty accurate. I usually, you know, get about 180, I think was my average, and Wii bowling I'm about 170. So that's pretty close.
Okay.
I'm up in 200 bracket.
Wow. I'm not bowling with you. No way. But, you know, exercising your mind is very important. And that, you know, I have my grandmother's 95 years old. And like we talked before, and we used to do Scrabble. We go out and she always beats us. Always. I think she reads the dictionary, because there's words that she brings up that I've never heard of.
Is that right?
Oh, yeah. So she's starting to, you know, lose it a little bit, but she's 95 years old. You know, and that's, I think that she was able to keep her mind as long as she did because she never stopped doing things. She never stopped reading. She never stopped doing crossword puzzles and, you know, and just kept active. You know, and that's very important. Yeah.
Would you consider playing the piano exercise for your fingers? I used to play piano with my uncle's band years ago.
That's exercising your mind and your...
And the fingers.
And fingers, yes. Absolutely. Absolutely.
The cards we're playing over there, they're very quick and it exercises our mind, keeps us really hopping and thinking.
Absolutely. Cards are great.
They are.
That keeps you, yeah. That brings everybody together, right? You gotta use your mind a little bit.
Yes.
And then everybody's competitive. I know you guys are all competitive over there. Who's winning? I know. I'm not playing with you guys.
Oh, but they've been nice to me, so they'd be nice to you too.
Yeah. What about, and one of the things and Dennis, I don't know if anybody comes to the grief support group that we have here with Lakeland, but Dennis, he's our chaplain, and he comes, I think, every second Monday or something like that at 2:30 for here. But he talks about one of these things, and he does a better job at it than I do, but the one thing to keep us young at heart also is the willing to forgive.
True, yes.
Amen.
Willing to forgive. And it's very, very hard. It's very hard on, you know, people to be able to forgive. And we see that a lot with our families that we have on hospice. A lot of them are saying, you know, they wish they could have done something different. They wish that they would have took their loved ones to the hospital quicker.
Probably, yes.
But you know what? I think everybody does the best they can. You know, and you know, to have that, to be able to forgive yourself and know that you did the best that you could, you know, will make you feel young at heart.
That's hard to do.
It's very hard to do. It's not easy. You know, there might be some people that you might have, you know, that you don't, you know, forgive for years and years and years. You know, maybe a friend, maybe somebody in the family, you know, and the thing that does is that it's only hurting yourself, because I don't know if the other person even knows that, you know, that you're still mad at them.
The problem is you forget why you were mad.
Right.
And years go by and you get, what was it I was so mad about? You don't remember.
You don't remember, but you don't get back in touch.
Let go of it.
You won't let go, and you don't get in touch to try to, you know, fix the problem. I know, it is. You know, people that, and we have grief support groups that talk about it, to be able to try to get all that out of your system. And then once you do, then you have a whole different, you know, you feel young at heart again. You know, and that's one of the biggest things that we have. Just a few other things. I only like to try to talk for 15 minutes, 15, 20 minutes. Because I know we got games going on and all this stuff. But stay informed. That's also important. Oh, you got kicked out of your chair, huh? It was her chair. Who's watching all the presidential stuff and all the news and all that good stuff? Crazy, huh? It's all crazy stuff. It is crazy stuff.
The best you can do is turn the dial.
Turn the dial. Turn it off.
Yeah,
Come here, right? Turn it off and come here.
The more you listen to it, the more depressed you get.
Absolutely. That is, yeah, that's one of the things that's going on right now. There's a lot of depressing things, you know, but it is also good. It's also good for a little bit, not a lot, but just to stay informed on what is going on around, you know, your community, you know, around, you know, Pennsylvania and also in the country.
Maybe 5 minutes.
5 minutes. That's good enough, right? You'll hear enough in 5 minutes, that's for sure.
That's for sure.
You know, but one of the things that, and my grandfather, he was bad at it. He was one of those type of people that never left the house, that wouldn't do anything. And we tried. We tried to get him out of the house. But he sat in front of that TV from morning to night, knew everything about what was going on, you know, would be able to tell us everything. But he missed out on a lot of stuff. He missed out. So it's good to be informed a little bit, but don't make that, just like you were talking about the kids, you know, playing their video games, being on the computer all the time. Don't make that part of your life.
Right.
You know, make sure you get out and have fun with everybody that's out there right now. And we talked about this, music and dancing, right?
That's true, yes, yeah.
So we must have dances here, right? Do we have dances here, or?
That's what you're doing over there.
I know, I'm gonna go over there after this. Do some dancing.
Dancing, I got 2 left feet.
Come up here. Doesn't music take you back to when you were young? I don't know how it does it, but you know, anytime I'm doing, you know, activities around the house, doing, you know, my chores, I always put on music.
Yeah, I'm a country fan myself.
That's right.
The oldies and goodies.
The oldies and the goodies.
Yeah.
And it probably takes you back to when you were young.
Yeah.
Do you remember where you were at that time when that song was being played? Country.
Country, yeah.
Yep.
It's rather awkward.
I like Garth Brooks and all those, Clint Black. Those were the ones that I used to listen to. My daughter loves country, so I listen to a lot of her country music now.
Oh, I'm
too.
sure, yeah.
But you know, never stop listening. Never stop dancing. You know. And then the final thing that I wanted to talk about for being young at heart is traveling. Who still travels here?
I used to have, not anymore.
You traveled here, right?
Right.
You're traveling.
I travel up California where all my family is at least once a year.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, get away for a little.
Who go? Now, come on. There has to be people that go to the casino, right? No.
A few of them have.
Wow. No trips. Who goes on trips from the senior center here?
Everybody.
Yeah. Never stop traveling, even if you're just going up to Erie or,
I do that.
you know, that's still traveling.
I'm 91 years old, so I'm old.
That's awesome.
Yeah, my favorite singer is Hank Williams.
Hank Williams.
I don't know if you've heard of him or not.
Yeah, Hank Williams.
That's my favorite.
But, you know, always keep traveling. It always makes you feel excited to go someplace the next day. You know, you gotta plan for it, right? You always have to plan for something. And it's, you know, that's one of the things that when we have to do something, that it gets you excited to go. So, does anybody have any other examples? Because I always try to put more examples down on my list from everybody that are, you know, that we talk about. You know, what about volunteering, doing, you know, activities?
That's us.
Yep.
Yep.
We're always looking for volunteers for our agency. We have so many people that help our families out by them doing just their, you know, their hobbies. You know, they crochet. You know, some people do prayer shawls for us. You know, there's so many people that just love to give to other people.
Yeah.
So I would always say, you know, it doesn't matter how old or how young, you know, to be able to volunteer and help people out, you know, I think really makes you feel special inside.
You're right,
Yeah, it really does. And it helps other people, makes other people happy.
I've been volunteering here for 15 years.
That's awesome.
It is.
That is awesome. So, does anybody have any questions or ideas? I just wanted to say thank you again for having me. Hopefully you know, this helped a little bit. And like I said in the beginning, I know a lot of you are doing what's on this list right now. It's to try to get people that aren't doing stuff, that aren't feeling, you know, happy, that they're depressed, that they're feeling that just because they're getting old, that, you know, their quality of life does, you know, is getting, you know, bad. And it isn't. It's what you do with it. It's what you do. If you can get out and have fun with all these great people here, have friends, and just laugh. Just laugh, you know.
Right on.
We're all gonna have fun. We're gonna have fun till it's done. Hula.
I'll
So-
tell you what fills up this place is bingo.
Yep, I'm gonna try to get in here and do
We
some
do that.
bingos.
We enjoy that.
I do bingos around town all the time.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah, I love bingo. They yell at me though because I, you know, don't do it the right way, but yeah, I love bingo. So, but thank you very much, and I appreciate you guys having me.
We'll see you
Yep.
again sometime.
Yeah, hopefully. Yeah, thank you.